we've only had the one true traditional intermediate race this year.
That's a great question. I don't think we exactly know where we stand at from the two previous intermediates at California and Las Vegas. I don't think we left there saying that the Toyotas were as strong as what we were last year on the intermediates, but we also had a new car, and California was strange with no practice. So I think that once we get a bigger sample size, right now we're going into here, Charlotte, even at Gateway, we have the big spoiler package. So that'll, give us a lot better idea of where we stand.
Do you feel like your one Xfinity win here in 2016 will help better your chances getting victory lane?
Not really. I mean, I think it helps me like this place a little bit more, and I have some good memories here, but I don't think that, an Xfinity win several years ago will give me an advantage on Sunday, but certainly good memories.
Back to the legacy announcement, was this kind of something you guys knew beforehand, or did it just come out of nowhere once it was announced?
Yeah, honestly, I got a text message from TRD an hour before it came out, and it caught me completely off guard, so I don't know who all was aware of it, but I'm sure a lot of people were caught off guard, myself included.
Yeah.
Have you talked with Noah or Eric about the change yet?
I have not.
I'm doing a feature on Jade. What do you think of her skills so far at her young age, and what could be the future for her?
Yeah, I think sky's the limit for Jade. I've been following her for a long time. I remember she won a 20,000 to win microsprint race, which at the time was the biggest purse that the microsprints had ever raced for. So that was really cool and very prestigious win for her. And it's going to be interesting to see where her career takes her, over the next several years. And I think that she's certainly capable of doing whatever she wants to do.
Obviously a lot's made out of the girl part there, but her age too, like just being 16 still.
She's 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like she should be like 18. She's young.
Yeah. So is it safe to say she's ahead of the curve, even for other kids that age?
I mean, I guess so. Just from the fact that I thought she was older than that goes to show that. But it does seem in general that people are getting their starts younger and younger. And for me, I never even drove a midget till I was 16, and never drove a sprint car till I was 18. And a lot of people are obviously getting started way earlier than that. So it's definitely not a hindrance, and we'll see if she can continue to build on what she has.
Thank you.
This is a fairly broad question, but at a track like this, like Kansas Intermediate track, what makes a driver good at a place like this?
A good car. That's what it comes down to.
I mean, you guys.
How big was that dirt win here a couple weeks ago for you?
It was huge. This series, we saw it last year. You had to win to get into the playoffs unless you were Ryan Blaney. So to be able to get the win, no matter what the track was, locking ourselves into the playoff is a huge, huge, huge deal. And I'm very thankful to get it done early on in the season.
Looking forward to Darlington. I think you guys have a throwback pole, correct?
Yeah.
I've lost track of how many I've announced it all, but was that your idea? Was that team's idea?
No, it's actually DeWalt's idea. So I'm glad that we get to do it. I haven't done a ton of throwback schemes in my day. Through the Ream years, especially in Xfinity, they weren't really keen on it. So I'm glad that we finally, where I get a very iconic throwback scheme going back to Matt Kenseth's DeWalt cars, so it'll be fun to see.
Were there any drivers that you think of from back in the day that you wish you could have raced against?
Probably Tony Stewart. He got out kind of right before I came into NASCAR, and I did race against Dale Jr. once in an Xfinity race. I don't think I ever raced against Jeff Gordon, but Tony Stewart would have been the guy.
So you haven't done a race against Tony Stewart even in a dirt race? Or?
Oh, well, yeah, I have in sprint cars, just not in NASCAR.
Gotcha.
Well, I know you said good car, but what things can a driver do behind the wheel to get the most out of their car on a track like this?
If you have a good car, you go good. If you have a slow car, you go bad. That's been my MO my entire career, and that's what I'm sticking to.
Last year at Kansas, 2311, obviously you had the field covered. Granted, there's been no practice or qualifying yet, but you guys, is there any indication from testing and so on that might make you think you guys have the upper hand, or is it too soon to say?
I don't know. We were just talking a little bit ago that Las Vegas and California definitely did not feel like the Toyotas had the upper hand like we did last year on the intermediates. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see if we've improved on that. This is obviously a great race for Toyota and the Toyotas in general. So we're certainly expecting it to be good, and hopefully we can capitalize on it.
All right, thank you.
Next weekend.
This is Austin Dillon, driver of the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.